still on a timer. Hello, everybody. It's Kanisha the Creator here. No, I am not here to review a Studio Ghibli film, although y'all probably would have loved that. But no. I have taken a hiatus on anime. I promised myself. I don't remember what day it was. Guys, today's the third day, right? 3 days from now. Hang on, guys. Hang on. 20, 24th. The 24th, I promised myself that I wouldn't watch any more anime until my birthday, which is June 9th. Just for y'all info. So if y'all want to put in the comment section, like y'all won't probably remember it, or y'all be like happy birthday, like, whatever. If y'all want to put it, just put it. But I don't care. Anyway, I am here today to talk about Steven Universe. I bet y'all surprised by that. If y'all do not know, I actually did make a video where I reacted to a new, back then it was a new episode of Steven Universe, but now it is definitely an old episode. I don't even remember if it was a good episode. Actually, it was a good episode, but I just don't remember what episode it was. Anyway, if y'all do not know, I am actually a big Steven Universe fan. I love Steven Universe. I watched the entire original series. All six. Wait, was it 6 or 5? Oh well, never mind. Who cares? Anyway, I watched all the original, and I watched the movie, and I even watched Future. I watched all of that. I have listened to every song from Steven Universe. Don't even ask me. I know about all the characters, all that junk. The only thing is, I haven't read the comic or had the books from the original, that kind of continue the original arc, so I don't have that yet. I am going to get that on my birthday, though. I am. So, if y'all wondering, yeah. Anyway, I am a big Steven Universe fan, but there's this thing. I was watching Steven Universe Iceberg, and that made me think of so many things, and I thought I would share them with you. Okay, one thing, it's kind of controversial. Do not hate me for this, but, can somebody tell me why everybody thinks that Rose Quartz is the biggest villain in the entire series? Just because she's not in the entire series? Y'all do realize that it wasn't her fault. That it's not all her fault. I will admit that technically, because she started the rebellion, that all this disaster happened. I will admit that her starting the rebellion and pretending to be Rose Quartz instead of trying to fix... Well, she did try to fix things as Pink Diamond, but the dang, yellow, blue, all of them, white, they wouldn't listen. They were like, we are diamonds. We are in command of this. We can't treat them as equals. We gotta create this whole establishment. We can't treat them as equals. They are inferior to us. They don't matter. Exactly. And I'm like, and I gotta be honest, when I figured that out, I was like, dang, what the heck is this? Democracy or something? This is ridiculous. It is pathetic how much I kind of agree with y'all that Rose did cause a lot of disasters. For one, she left all this baggage for Steven and the rest of the Crystal Gems to have to deal with. She started a war without diamonds. It's a good thing that before any disasters happened, the diamonds didn't even really care about the Crystal Gems. They thought they destroyed them in the war and everything. I don't know what brought them back to Earth, though. Oh yeah, because of Jasper, and they were trying to bring the cluster, and then they figured out about the Crystal Gems. Sorry, I'm stupid. Sometimes I don't always think of things through. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some of the plot holes that are in there. Now, I bet y'all many YouTubers I talked about it. I don't care, I'm still gonna point it out. Anyway, one of the plot holes that's in there that I gotta mention is Steven Universe Future. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be like everybody else that says Future was the worst freaking thing to ever come out of Steven Universe. No, I'm not gonna say that. It actually gave me a good perspective, because I never, through all the adventures, I was just as dumb as Steven was when he always would just be like, "Yay, we're going on an adventure with the crystal gems." I was like that too. I was like, "Yeah, another adventure." But then I realized, dang, Steven has dealt with a lot of stuff, and he hasn't even really taken a break. Like, next minute, a gem is attacking, all this fusion monster, the cluster, everything. Like, when did he ever get time to breathe? And I bet some people could say the filler arcs are when he gets to breathe, but even in the filler arcs, there's some version of the gem. There's some version of the gem, so even in the filler arcs, he still can't relax. So it's kind of ridiculous how Steven never got to relax, and then we kind of do get a view of that in the future where he is losing it, and everything is kind of falling out, and he's like, "Well, I don't have anybody to help now. I kind of quit the school, so now I have nobody to help me. I have nobody that I can help." You know, it's kind of both ends. Like, he has nobody to help, and somebody does need to help him because he's going through a lot of trauma right now. And that's kind of because of Rose Quartz. Like, Rose Quartz, what were you thinking when you were like, "Well, I'm going to give up my form to create my son, but I'm leaving all this baggage for him behind. It doesn't matter. I'll just leave him all these messages and he can figure out for himself who he's truly supposed to be." Rose Quartz, one, that is a bad idea. What if this kid starts going through a mental breakdown? And he kinda does. But it's not really shown all that much throughout the series. Throughout the series, you do see Steven react to how the gems and everything happened. You do get to see how he reacts to that. But at the same time, you don't get a strong view. Like, you're just like, oh, so he does feel sad when the other gems get hurt, even though they're the enemy. Well, duh, he's the kind protagonist. Yeah, I do mean protagonist. He is the kind protagonist that is the star of the freaking show, who always shows that he cares about everybody. Why is there a big shining light from that side when nothing is even coming out? Heck, the sun ain't even out. Weird. This camera is weird. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, it did give us a good viewpoint, and let me tell you, Steven definitely needed a therapist, so I'm glad at the end where they said that he is seeing a therapist. But I would have also loved to see like a tiny clip of like a few years later after he moved, how is he, like, where is he, what's going on. Instead, we got that dang ending where I'm going and I don't know where I'm going. I probably won't be back for a while until I have everything figured out in here. But don't worry, I will come back. And then that's the end. That was a bad ending. But I respect it because I almost thought that we wouldn't get a reaction on the gems because he was driving away at first and the gems were lifeless as ever. And I'm like, ain't this the time we all normally burst into tears? Why aren't y'all bursting into... Oh, I get it. You don't want Steven to see it because he'll burst into tears and not want to leave. But no, Steven's like, nah, this ain't right. And then rooms back and it's like, oh, come on, react, do something. I'm about to leave it for who knows how long. And then like, I was trying to be strong again. I'm gonna do this. This is hopeless. We haven't been away from you this long. And I'm like, well, that is very true. Y'all are family. Thick and thin. That is the number one thing I love in Steven Universe. Is the relationship with the gems and Steven. Like the crystal gems and Steven. That relationship, pure. I have no complaints. Do I? Nah, I don't have any complaints. Anyway, yeah, that was good. Now let me mention one of the plot holes. You realize this. Number one, ships. I know many people in the fandom, myself included, have many ships in the cartoon. y'all have ships. I'm trying to remember this character's name. It's gonna kill me the fact that I can't remember this character's name. Bismuth. I don't know how I forgot that. Fans of Bismuth, I am so sorry. I am a fan of hers too. I do like her. But for some weird reason, I couldn't think of her name at the moment. And I was like, I know it's gonna kill me if I don't remember this name. And then I was like, Bismuth. Bismuth and Pearl. That could have been a really cute relationship. Too bad they never go anywhere with it. And then there was also this random ship where Pearl was with this human character that looked like Rose. I don't even remember this character's name. Was she given a name? Oh well, I don't know. I don't remember. And they don't really focus on it. Okay, here's another thing. Who the heck is Lars gonna end up with? Cause Lars and Sadie aren't that good. We knew for a fact, even though we kind of shipped them, Lars and Sadie was a toxic idea for a relationship. So that wasn't gonna work. We obviously knew that wasn't gonna work. So yeah. And we see Sadie with this other character, and it was kind of cute. Their little song was kind of cute. It was adorable. I will admit. But who the heck? But we end the series and Lars never was with anybody. He was just too busy in space and everything. Which I love the space arc. The space arc was really good. I wish we had gone a little bit longer into it. But still, the space arc was good. I love the space arc. It was really nice to see Lars in a different route. And I will admit, at first, in the original, I really didn't. In like the first few seasons, I did not like Lars' character. I was like, Lars, why the heck are you always so mean to Steven? What has he ever done to you? And then you could say sometimes Steven does barge into Lars' business a little too much, and he does almost start to ruin his life. But Lars, your life wasn't that good to begin with, so I don't even know what the heck you complaining to Steven for. If anything, you were proving that with Steven's help, you could become a likable person. And it took you literally nearly dying to become a better person. That just tells us a lot about this universe. Here's another ship that I wanted to point out. Lapis and Peridot. Okay, I know that probably it is obvious that is canon, but the problem is we never go any further with the relationship. We could have went way further with it. Another fusion that is canon. Ruby and Sapphire. Does anybody feel like Ruby and Sapphire did not get as many episodes as they should have gotten? Because I feel like they had lackluster episodes that I wanted. Oh, let me explain another person that I just mentioned. Rose Quartz. Is it me, or do I feel like they kind of went a little lackluster in Rose Quartz's character? Because I feel like because they left so many things out, that's why everybody hates Rose Quartz. And please do not y'all freaking say that just because of her foolish actions, she nearly destroyed all the, gems. And probably could have destroyed nearly all the humans too, but still, I don't care. But still, that is not the reason. Besides, it is the dang Diamond's fault. They knew just what the freak they were doing when they put that full 3 scaled attack. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were gonna nearly destroy Earth anyway. I don't know why they thought that was the best idea. Okay, well, yes, I know why that was the best idea, because they thought Rose Quartz killed Pink Diamond, but technically Pink Diamond is Rose Quartz. I feel like they should have went deeper into the fact that the diamonds figured that out. I feel like they should have felt a bit of betrayal, knowing that their own their own kind actually went against them and started off this whole war and everything. I feel like they should have felt a little bit more betrayal instead of being like, oh my gosh, this guy who we thought was the person that was part of the person that destroyed Rose Corpse is actually Pink Diamond too. what? And then they just be like, oh my god, I've been through so much. Where have you been? Why do you look like that? What? I mean, those are normal reactions, but I feel like they should have felt a bit of betrayal too. So that's kind of one complaint I have. Another complaint I have is we know Rose Quartz obviously is never gonna come back though. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate it, but did anybody else want, like, in the dreams or moments when Steven has flashbacks of Rose and slash Pink Diamond, did y'all ever want a moment where Steven is like in a dream sequence, kind of like in Harry Potter, kind of like in that Harry Potter movie with Dumbledore, even though in that moment they wouldn't be dead? Sorry. Sorry about this, guys. I got a message on my phone. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I really don't think Rose Quartz was that bad of a character. Sure, she did have her faults, like leaving all of this on Steven. I mean, I wouldn't say just leave it all to the Crystal Gems because even they were like, wait, even they were surprised because Rose Quartz kept secrets from them too. And the worst of it all, Pearl. Rose Quartz slash Pink Diamond. Listen, I understand that you didn't have romantic feelings for Pearl, but how come you never straight up tell her that? Like in all the backstories I wrote, wrote. I'm not a I'm not an editor in this show. I'd be way older than I am now if I was. Anyway, as I watched, in all the flashbacks I watched, not once does Rose ever straight up say, listen, Pearl, I understand that you have feelings for me, but I don't have feelings for you. Like, how come she never straight up just tells her that? Because it's obvious and clear today that everybody else, that Pearl has a thing for Pink Diamond slash Rose Quartz. Like, seriously. How come she never tells her, listen, I'm just not interested in you? Why did she never tell her that? Why did she just fake leaving her on? And here's another thing I never got is, how come we don't get enough backstories about, like, how the diamonds were created? How the frick were the diamonds created? I want to know that. Does anybody else want to know how the frick the diamonds were created? I don't think we ever get an explanation to that. Like, the diamonds created everybody and everything. Sure. But how the frick were the diamonds created is really what I want to know. Like, how are the diamonds created? How are the diamonds created? These diamonds are literally like the gods of the gem universe. Does anybody want to explain where the heck they come from? Now, I bet y'all like, well, you kind of pointed out that they're gods of the universe. They never explain where God came. They never really explained where God came from. He created everything. He was just there the whole entire time. Fair point, but they do explain that the gems are created. All gems are created. So you think the diamonds would be created somehow too. You can't just say this whole entire time the diamonds existed. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I didn't pause. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, where the heck do the diamonds come from? Like, I find it very sad for the fact that we do not know where these diamonds came from. Also, I also here's another plot hole that happened in Steven Universe's future. So remember when the pearl that was broken that belonged to Peak Diamond originally, the first pearl, and the and our pearl, the pearl that we have come to know and love, fused together. How come we never figure out what happened after that? Like they just straight up just cut off that line. Like they fused save Steven at that moment and then wander off and then boom and then a few episodes later Pearl is back. But where's the other Pearl? What happened? Are we ever gonna explain that? Just nope. We're just going back to Steven's trauma. Dun 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 dun. What the freak? I wanted to know. And here's another thing I'm upset about. So y'all may know this YouTuber. Actually I don't remember which YouTuber I watched. There are two YouTubers that talk about Steven Universe a lot and talk about like there were some things that the creator mentioned. Anyway, Rebecca Sugar, she mentioned that there was an episode that she wanted to do that featured this certain gem. I forget which gem it was. Oh wait, it was that fusion gem that was with Lars. Yeah, anyway, it features the love story of that. I would have freaking loved to see that because there are so many times where we leave the gems. Like even in the original, we have met so many freaking gems, right? And some of them we don't even have a freaking backstory to them. We're just like, oh, these person are a fusion of that one and that one. These two are together for some reason. This person ended up like this. I would have loved to have more backstory of the gems that were with Lars during the whole space adventure. We only know a few about them. It's like one of the gems. She can tell. She can be able to tell. She can be able to tell stuff. The only problem is she tells stuff after it already happened. She tells stuff after it already happened. There's this one gem that says things like really slow, like a sloth, and does stuff too. And then there's this gem that is a fusion, and she doesn't really, and like all of them don't have any real self-esteem, but she really is the top one that doesn't have any self-esteem, and I find that very sad. I find that very sad that we do not get to learn that more about them. I'm pretty sure there's somebody in that group that I forgot about, but I'll probably remember in the end. Anyway, I just find it so sad that we never get more into what they were doing. I would have loved to learn more about them in space, like more interesting stuff about them doing in space. Oh, here's another thing that I feel that didn't really go anywhere. So there are certain fusions that are established throughout, and we get to see them. We learn their personalities. We learn their times. Here's the thing. Can somebody tell me why we never see the first fusions of Sardonyx? Let me think. Listen, I remember Sardonyx. What's that other fusion? It's Amethyst and Garnet. What was that thing called? And she was voiced by Nicki Minaj. What the heck was her name? Hang on, guys. I gotta look it up. How pathetic. I'm supposed to be a Steven Universe fan and I can't even remember this. But given to the fact that I haven't watched Steven Universe in a while, I feel like that. Maybe Steven Universe. Yeah, fusions. Let me look. Yeah, fusions. Hang on a minute, guys. Sorry, I'm almost at it. Sorry. Okay, now I remember. Okay, now I have it. It's Sugar Light. Weird. I wonder why I couldn't remember a name like that. Anyway, it was Sugar Light. Yeah. I wish we had gotten the first time they ever, and not in the series, the first time ever that they fuse. It would have been interesting. It would have been interesting. But I guess for gems, fusing is normal. It's just fusing with a different gem. That's what's considered weird. I never got that. Why is it like that? Is it because this world's supposed to be perfect and fusing with your own gem? I wonder, how did they come up with society? Because it's explained, but I would have loved it if there had been a whole spin-off series that explains like the gems. Like just strictly explains like how the gems operate and everything. I mean, it shows how they operate, but it would have been nice to see like a spin-off of everything and how everybody works. Okay, here's one thing I like about the series that I feel should have been established more. The Diamond's personalities. Listen, I love how Yellow Diamond is a dictator. Blue Diamond, she's kind of, she makes everybody cry and she's a shadow. And I like how White Diamond is just this mysterious person. It's just this mysterious person in the background. Nobody ever talked, like in the entire series, nobody really talked about White Diamond until we get to like the series finale where he's like, and Steve was like, White Diamond? Who the heck is White Diamond? Well, there's three diamonds. There's Yellow Diamond, there's Blue Diamond, there's White. I mean, there's four diamonds. There's Yellow Diamond, Blue Diamond, White Diamond, and Pink Diamond. You know, wouldn't it have been funny if there was a fifth diamond that we never know about? That would have been fun. I don't know what kind of color it would have been. Maybe green diamond? Maybe. It could have been nice. But anyway, yeah. It would have been nice to look more into their like personalities that they had as a family. Because they do show like a few clips of like what it was like when Pink Diamond still existed and like how Pink Diamond would try and gather up them and try and act like have them have moments where they act like a real family. That would have been really nice. That would have been really sweet to see more of that. Also, could we have gotten more moments with those other rose quartzes that we get introduced in the future? That would have been so interesting. I like each of their personalities. I loved it. But I also knew this was going to be trouble because I was like, oh, 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 this is going to be awkward. This is going to be awkward. I knew once this episode came out that I knew for a fact that this was going to be awkward. And I bet all you fans of Steven Universe probably knew that too. Because I knew this was going to be awkward. You know, I forgot that there were other rose quartz in the rose quartz that we've come to know. And for some of y'all to hate. But I don't hate rose quartz. If anything, I hate the diamonds. I hate the other diamonds. I do not hate Pink Diamond. Pink Diamond was trying to have fun at first. And then everybody just wanted to dictate everything and didn't want them to have freedom and everything. So I don't even hate her. Hey, at least she wasn't trying to be a freaking dictator like the rest of her dang... Would you call them siblings, I guess? I guess you could call them siblings. Anyway, like the rest of her siblings. Anyway, at least she didn't try to be a dictator. She actually tried to help the rest of the gems by getting them to have their own freedom. She was like, as long as these people think that there's a high and mighty diamond watching over them like this on this planet, nobody will ever feel safe. Nobody will ever feel happy. So she was like, I'm gonna fake my own death. And I gotta be honest, props to you for being able to keep this secret. But at the same time, I gotta say, you should have told them way sooner. You should have told them way sooner. But hey, good for y'all theorists who put out that Pink Diamond and rose quartz might be the same person. That's up to y'all. How do y'all theorists do that? How do y'all get a spot the freak on? How do y'all do that? Because I swear, I did not even think of the similarities of rose quartz and pink diamond. Also, I never got it. You know, it made, at first, at first when you think about it, Steven's visions should have made more sense. Why? Should have made sense why you could clearly tell rose quartz is pink diamond. Let me tell you, some of those visions almost had me having nightmares. Woo! Woo, were they scary. Not like scary, scary, but they were emotionally and mentally scarring. Like, seriously. Anyway, here's another thing that I feel they really should have shown more of. Stephen and Connie. Listen, I know they do have a fair amount of Stephen and Connie episodes, but I feel like in future they kind of just put that off to the side and just have Connie for comfort. Listen, I know she's studying for this school and everything, but y'all could have gave us more Stephen and Connie episodes. Come on, people. Why would y'all have it only 9 episodes? What were y'all thinking when y'all thought, oh, let's just have it on 9 episodes? Y'all should have just made it into a different movie. Y'all should have just made another freaking movie. That's what y'all should have just did. Y'all should have just made it into a whole freaking movie. Y'all should have just made it into a whole new movie. Making it into a whole short series wasn't even worth it. If you want to do a short series, just make it 4 minutes and then just have it be 20 episodes long. That would have made it more satisfying. But just doing it 9 freaking episodes and then boom, that's it. The freak, that was it? That was not nearly long enough. Okay, maybe I do hate Future. But can you blame me? That thing went by so freaking quick, I didn't even know how to react. Heck, I didn't even cry in the end. And one thing about Steven Universe that always gets me is it knows how to make you cry. Like when they want you to cry, you will cry. When they want you to laugh, you will laugh. When they want you to just be standing there in shock and awe, you will be standing there in shock and awe. Or sitting. It depends on how you watch Steven Universe. I don't know how the freak y'all do this. This is a pre-recorded message, so whatever. Anyways, yeah. I have a big... Yeah, that is one of the big pet peeves I have, is that not many things are established that should have been established. I may make a Gravity Falls video about that too. Because there's a lot of stuff that they left out that they could have used, but I get it. It was canceled, and they tried to fit in as much as they could, so I'm not going to put... You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, like I say, there's a lot of stuff in Steven Universe that they should have featured, but they didn't feature that much. Like Jasper. Could we have gave Jasper a better arc than being this angry person like, listen, I don't care if you diamonds are all happy or whatnot. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here in my private area. Don't bother me. I'm just going to wait till there is another war. This peace can't last forever. I'm like, Jasper, come on. Even you can be able to do something useful in this new world. Teach the other gems how to be tougher, how to be rougher. Ouch. Sorry, I hit my laptop. Ow. Anyway, yeah, you could have teach them a lot, Jasper. Oh well. Jasper's character was pathetic. Lapis and Peridot aren't very useful in the future arc. I mean, they're shown, but they aren't really that useful. Bismuth? I think she's like in 2 or 3 episodes. They could have did more with her character too. The original Crystal Gems. Steven needs help, and they ain't doing a dang thing. They wait till nearly the last episode to actually be like, guys, I think Steven actually might need our help. I think before he was trying to ask for our help, and we were too busy with everything else to even pay attention to him. My favorite moment is when they were singing the Cookie Cat song. In future, that is my favorite moment. Y'all see, if I don't like the part where they all hug him and be like, Steven, it's okay. We're all here for you. Where were y'all a few episodes ago? Where were all of y'all? Y'all should have did that way before this episode even came to be. Also, I don't know why I didn't think before that Steven would be turned into that big monster that was in the opening. I should have known. I should have known. But I was too stupid. But I will admit, him turning into a monster was... I hated it. I'm sorry. Don't nitpick me for this, but I kinda hated that they went with the... I'm a monster because all I want to do is just cause havoc because I wanted to help people. Steven is the kindest, most generous soul. And the fact of the matter that you had to turn him into a literal monster to be able to get his way. What? Y'all people are... No offense, but that was the worst thing to happen to Steven Universe's future. Not even the fact that he freaking shattered Jasper. Let me tell you, when I saw that, I was like, did he just shatter Jasper? I heard a crap. I saw that big thing come near Jasper, and then I heard I was like, did he just shatter Jasper? Oh, the heck no, he did not. Steven is not a shatterer. What the frick was that? And like that thing he did with White Diamond, I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of want to see White Diamond almost get... I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of want to see White Diamond get some kind of punishment for all that stuff that she put him through. But still, you know, that's wrong. Steven isn't supposed to do that. That's not Steven's character. Sorry guys, my eyes are watering. I remember crying from laughing at how much stuff I found to hate about Steven Universe. And given that most of this stuff is for future, it just shows you how much they did not... They think the future through, but they should have thought it through a little bit more. You could have at least had a 10th episode that was kind of the epilogue of everything, instead of just having everything happen in the last series. The last episode. Also, here's another thing I gotta nitpick. So I praised how much Steven Universe songs pull you in and Steven Universe moments pull you in. Tell me what the heck was with that ending song to Steven Universe? It's just freaking elevator music. I agree with whatever that guy's name is that really likes that crap from Moana. I forget how to say his name. Anyway, him, I agree with him when he was ranking the Steven Universe songs. Why is that the song that ends the entire series? You could have had so many things, like even piano playing, and you could have been like, you could have even played "It's Over, Isn't It?" over that ending. That could have been wonderful. Y'all could have even came up with an entirely new song. All it is elevator music. What the frick? Why is that the ending of it? Y'all have so many good songs. Yeah, that's one thing I also don't like about Future. There isn't that many memorable songs except for the opening. Now, I bet y'all like, well, it's Trauma. There aren't supposed to be that many songs. Excuse me, but excuse me. Steven Universe is the number catalog that's close to My Little Pony's level of songs will fix everything. And not one of y'all break into a song. I know it's to show how serious, but I would have just loved it if one character actually tried singing to actually calm Steven down. We know the number one thing he loves is singing and playing his dang ukulele. Also, what the heck is his ukulele? Is it me? Or is his ukulele like nowhere? And I at least saw it in the movie that is kind of like a pilot to Future. So explain to me where the freak that is. Oh, here's another thing that Future showed. So y'all remember this chest that was in Lion's Mane? How come we never figure out what the heck came in there? I'm kind of kidding as everybody else. What the frick was in that chest? I want to know what was in that chest. It's gonna eat me alive. Also, what happened to Rose's room? We never use it ever again after that episode. Whatever happened to his? Whatever happened to Rose's room? Is it just abandoned forever? Is nobody ever gonna use it ever again? Is that it? It's just abandoned? We just gotta forget about it? It's kind of pathetic when you think about it, because we could have used that for so many things. Heck, we could have even showed the diamonds in. Given that they're ginormous, they probably wouldn't have been able to fit in it, but they probably would have been giddy all over. They, yeah, I can imagine it right now. They would have been giddy after seeing that. Anyway, here's another thing. Why don't we do more with the diamonds? They're kinda redeemed now. I say kinda because I still don't forgive them for the stuff they put Steven and all the rest of the gems through. I find that kind of sad. Oh, here's another thing. Fusions. I would have loved to see Peridot and Lapis fuse. We never get to see them fuse. That would have been great. Bismuth and Pearl. I would have loved to see them fuse too. Listen, there are so many fusions in here I would have loved to see. We don't get to see them. That's very unfortunate, but whatever. You get my point. I would have loved to see it. It would have been nice. It would have been great. It would have been fantastic. It would have been great. Wow, this is the longest freaking video I have done. This is the longest freaking video I've ever done. There's a lot I just don't like about Steven Universe. A lot of Steven Universe plotholes. Anyway, here's another thing I gotta nitpick. Steven, listen, I love you and all, but can somebody tell me why in Peach City there are no other children besides Steven? I know we're in a small town. Where are all the other kids besides Onion? Is that guy even a kid? What the freak is Onion? Seriously. Oh, that's the number one joke I always loved about it. Like, they're like, we don't know what Onion is. Oh, yes. Like, seriously, what the heck goes on with Onion? I never got Onion. What the freak is up with that character? Anyway, forget about it. I feel like it would have been better if Steven had, like, part-time went to a normal school and part-time learned with the gems. It would have been nice. It could have been like a superhero arc story. It would have been interesting. I would have loved to see what a normal school is like. We don't even get to learn it from Connie. Connie doesn't even really explain what the normal school system is like. We don't meet any other kids besides Connie and Onion. We're the freak, and don't you dare say the teenagers. No, forget the teenagers. We're the middle schoolers. We're the elementary kids. I see zero kids. You see just teenagers and adults in this freaking show. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Are you telling me out of all these people in Beach City, not one of them reproduced and had any kids? Where is the kids? Even in small towns, they at least have a fair amount of kids and a fair amount of teenagers. Where are the kids? Did they just wipe out all the kids out of the system? Did they just send them all away to an orphanage or something? Where are the kids? I would have loved it if there were more kids Steven's age besides Connie. Listen, Connie is a great character and all, but you cannot just tell me that nobody else wondered where the heck all the other kids are. Like, seriously. If they have a school system, there has to be more kids than just Connie. And they show only like one thing with Connie. I bet they probably show backgrounds of the kids, but I never paid attention that strongly. I would have loved it if Steven had found like his own posse or something besides with the teenagers. Granted, he wasn't even a teenager around that time yet. I think he was like 10, 11, I don't remember. But he was around that age. He's more like, he should be hanging around like more preteens than actual teenagers. Why the heck is he only with the teenagers? Where are all the other kids? Like, seriously, even during the weekend, we do not see that many kids. Now, I do remember that during the amusement park, there were like some amount of kids, but they were shown long enough. Where are they now? Where the heck are all the other kids? I would have just loved to see all other kids react to how Steven is a crystal, is part of the crystal gems, and they'd be just like, ooh, ah, like everybody else, and then there'd be one person in the group who would be like, eh, that ain't that special. And then Steven would try to like prove that well, it is special. Like, seriously, I would have just left it. Also, y'all could have nitpicked me for this, but I would have also have loved if Steven had actually, like, if Steven and Connie had actually had a, lips making kiss. Well, also, I would have loved to see a love triangle. I don't know with who, but I swear I would have loved it. Now that I think about it, I think this thing is helping me think of a fanfic that I would write about Steven Universe. Anyway, there are so many things that I want to butcher. Greg and Rose's relationship. It was explained, but I would have loved to see more of it. Just like with Ruby and Sapphire's relationship, I would have loved to see more of Steven. I mean, this is Steve. Greg and Rose's relationship. It's just too bad Steven never really gets any, he can't see his mother because his mother is fused with the gem that's in here. So, yeah, that's very unfortunate. I always felt bad for Steve. That is such a shame. Well, you'll always have her picture and her memories. That just reminds me, after Future, is all his memories of her gonna, are they, is the flashbacks and everything just gonna temporarily just kaput after that? I want to know more about that. Another thing, what about Homeworld? Nobody ever, in Future, they kind of say Homeworld is kind of back to normal. Why don't we go more into that? Homeworld is just a place where it's just and that's one thing I gotta nitpick about Steven Universe, the movie. Would you have loved it? It had been like My Little Pony, where we go to all the other gem worlds instead of being on Earth. Like, we had gone to the other gem worlds, and we had seen how much progress they had shown instead of just showing the diamonds being like, Steven, please stay with us. Forget y'all. What about the worlds they all just seen? All the universes back to normal. Show me the other universes. Now y'all could say, well, in Future they kind of do that. They didn't do it good enough and they didn't do it long enough, so Future does not count. They could have did that a lot more in the movie. I kind of hate that they kind of raced backtrack and did the thing that some dumb series that always do this thing. They always set the characters back to the original or, and I'm like, whoa, that was interesting at all. But you know what would have been more interesting? If they had, sent them across the world. And Steven Universe has a big world. They have universe. They have an entire gem universe. I would have loved to see more of the gem world. It would have been way more fun. It would have been way more fun. Lion. They don't use Lion as much. Lion is just a background character. Lion isn't even acknowledged that much in Future. At least in the movie he is used, but in Future he is kind of useless. They don't go on adventures anymore, so Lion doesn't really have anything to do. I would have loved it. Lion had more moments. The original Crystal Gems, like I say, they don't do that much. I would have loved it if they had shown the school more, but instead we have to deal with Steven's trauma. Listen, I'm not saying Steven's trauma doesn't need to be acknowledged, but still, I would have loved to see more of the school and more of the gems teaching them in the school. We only get bits, parts of here and there. I would have loved to see more. And them all graduating that fast, wow, that was pathetic. That was way too fast. That was way too fast. That graduation arc was way too freaking fast. It was so freaking fast. It was like, I was like, that's it. Volleyball. Who is the original? That is the name for the original Pearl. Again, we never see her again after that episode. I would have loved to know if she's fixed now. Is she okay? Is she mentally okay? Because it showed that the reason why this certain part of her eye was never fixed was because she mentally couldn't deal with what Pink Diamond, how Pink Diamond act. Like, it was mental. It was mental. And we know from fact that with Pearl, dealing with Pink Diamond was a damage in the brain capacity. I would have loved to learn more about, like, whatever happened to volleyball. We never see her again after that episode. White Diamond has got to be the person who changed the most, because at first, we didn't know anything about her. All we knew is that she was stuck in the freaking past and she didn't know what the heck was right or wrong. I gotta admit, I would have loved to see more of her character back in the original. Like, if they showed bits and pieces more of White Diamond and what she was like and how much she actually could have been a good character, then I would have liked her more. At least with Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond, it wasn't exactly their fault because they knew some of the stuff they were doing wasn't the best idea, but they were like, nah, we gotta follow them. We already made these rules, we gotta follow them. At least they were more redeemable than White Diamond was. White Diamond didn't even show up till like the last part of the series, and she was known as the main antagonist, so how are you gonna redeem that? Now, I bet y'all like Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond were not that redeemable. Okay, I disagree. Especially with Blue Diamond, because Blue Diamond is the kindest out of all the diamonds. I feel like she was the most redeemable. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna pause this. Sorry. As I was saying, like I was trying to say, Blue Diamond was the most redeemable because you could tell that she was kind, like the way she acted towards Greg and the other human. You could tell that out of all the diamonds, she wasn't the worst diamond. No, that has to go to White Diamond. I know y'all in the comment section are gonna be like, nope, it's Pink Diamond. I don't freaking care. Anyway, wait, no, I say White Diamond is the worst because at least Pink Diamond acknowledged there's a problem. White Diamond just like, problem, what problem? Now, this world is perfect. Everything is perfect. We are all perfect. Nothing is wrong. White Diamond, that's not a way to live. You can't just live like that. Do you know how terrible an idea that is to live in a world where you think everything is perfect, everything is good, everything, excuse me, is great in the world? That's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. Yep. Yellow Diamond was just a strict dictator. I like that she did care for Blue Diamond. She did show concern when it came to Blue Diamond. I actually liked the song, What's the Point of Feeling Blue? Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with me today. I'm hiccuping all over. And I haven't even drank anything today. See, there we go again. Man, what the heck is going on with me? Hiccups normally do. Hiccups? See, there it goes again. Hiccups for me do not really come out of nowhere. I'm gonna need some water after this. Anyway, I'm almost done with this video anyway. There are so many thoughts and feelings. The people of Beach City, they had way too many episodes. I agree with you people. They had way too many episodes, but I loved it. I loved those episodes. And let me tell you why, for all y'all people who were like, nah, filler was boring. Shut up and let me explain. You see, I liked it because it shows that we can feature more than just gems. Listen, this thing may be called Steven Universe, but we don't always have to freaking show the crystal gems. we can show random citizens. You do realize Steven does associate with the gems. He also associates with other humans too. He is half human. He isn't just half gem. He can associate with the humans too. I don't get why y'all people hate filler just because y'all think it won't amount to anything. Excuse me, but how many times have these humans actually interacted with other gems and that's actually amounted to something? If y'all counting as many times as I'm counting, then I want y'all to shut up about those dang filler arcs. I keep calling them arcs. See, I'm too into anime. I keep calling them arcs. They're not arcs. They're just plots. Whatever. I don't care. Anyway, I like that. Serial killers as suspects, they were okay, but I feel like they could have been more interesting. Granted, the teenage characters aren't always the best characters. They could be the best characters, but they aren't always the best characters. That dang jerk that always kept getting on to Stevani, I forget what his name is. You know that jerk. He annoyed the heck out of me the episodes he showed up in. I was like, boy, get it through your thick head. She does not like you. I'm like, get it through your thick freaking head. She does not like you. She will never like you. Or is it they? You know, I never got fusions because, fusions is two people combined. And Stevani is Steven and Connie combined. So would that be they, technically? Wouldn't that be they? Not she or he. Wouldn't that be more of they? Cause I never thought of how to refer to them. I just call them by their gem fusion name. Also, I love how they just came up with the name Stevani on the spot. That name is just so adorable. I want to see a jump cut where Steven and Connie actually do get married and have children. That would be so cute. Or see a jump cut where Connie is done with college and she finds Steven and is like, oh, how is everything going? Is everything alright? Are you okay? I'm so sorry that I was so busy during all that time. I wanted to visit you so many times. But I thought you were in the space and he was like, oh, it's okay. I wasn't in the right mind at that scene. And that would have been so freaking cute. You know, I'm going to make a fanfic about that. I'm going to make a fanfic about all these freaking plot holes. I should have did this a long freaking time ago. I'm pretty sure people already have done fanfics of that. I don't care. I'm still going to do it. Anyway, it was cute. It was adorable. And I love it. There are so many gems that I want to know more about. And there's so many plot lines that I want to know more about. Like I said, Jasper should have deserved more. Lapis in Paradise should have deserved more. Bismuth and Pearl. Let me tell you. Who the heck would Amethyst have been with? I never thought about this, but who the heck would Amethyst be with? You know, I heard some people actually ship Amethyst with Greg. Well, they are pretty carefree. I guess it could kind of work. I guess it just depends on the moment and the situation. I just never imagined Greg getting back with anybody. That's the number one thing I love in the series is the fact that Greg never actually goes on a date. But that's also kind of a nitpick. I kind of always wanted to wonder what would it have been like if Greg had actually went on a date. Because throughout the whole entire series, we see that Greg obviously isn't over the whole thing that happened to Rose. It definitely isn't adjusting to everything that's happening with the crystal gems. So, if after all these years he's still not adjusting to it, that just tells you a lot about this show. I just wish we had seen one time Greg had went on a date or something. That would have been interesting. But hey, I'm glad because Greg is still a great character that I love. He was not given enough love in Future. I am sorry, he was not. Nobody was given enough love in Future. Except for Steven, but again, he is the star of the freaking show. We need more. Ooh, man, this is long. Okay, guys, I'm done. That's all my nitpicks, and I'm gonna write a fanfic I'm probably gonna read it to y'all. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get it finished. But bye.